Alright, we've been on the air about 15 seconds. I don't want to make this any longer than it needs to be. So I'm going to try and jump into this real quick. Most of you are going to catch this on the replay, I'm assuming, because I'm not really going to share it out anywhere. But it's real simple. To do or not? 'Tis thy question. That's the title of the video. I've been having this conversation the last couple of days with Ed, and it is concerning what we do here on this channel with the Call Wrestling Network. We have a massive roster here, and we have massive inactivity. What's going on, James? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm going to sound like that broken record. When it comes to running UCW, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes a lot of time out of my day, my week, my month, depending on how much time and effort we put into it each week, each month, etc., etc. So if I wanted to do a show today, here's what it's going to consist of me doing. I'm going to have to sit down at my computer, pull up the show, which will be on the website, through the forums, looking at the rankings, looking at the activity, looking at the involvement that people are doing, looking at what people are saying and what people are wanting to do, any potential storylines, rivalries guys are trying to create for themselves on the boards. Then I got to make sure I take into account which people actually show up to the live shows, which people interact with the live shows. You guys pretty much get the gist of all that. To then book the show, not only based on activity, but with the storylines that we're trying to incorporate. To book a show properly doesn't take seconds. It takes some serious time. For me to actually book a real to good, honest show could take me up to a half hour to an hour, really evaluating where that show's going to go going forward based off its results. So when I book a match, it's not always just going to be, here's the match. I'd say 75% of what I book is going to have a reflection of what's going to happen going forward. I need to know what happens if guy A wins and if guy B wins going forward, which is why I have my notebook full of stuff. That's why it takes me the amount of time that it takes me. Then I've got to turn on the show, run the show. Well, the shows, as you guys have noticed, have taken anywhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours. I am here the whole time. Not everybody else is, and I mean nobody else. Because if you're here the whole time, you're here the whole time. Some people will tell me, yeah, I'm here, I'm listening, but still don't know what the hell's going on when I talk to them about it. And that's pretty much everybody. So it's cool. You have a life, which is why I've made the statement, and I'll say it again. You do not have to tune into live shows. But do know, not watching the whole show back, you may miss something. You may not know what's going on. You might forget about something. You might be unaware of something. I don't know how many times I've been asked, when did that happen? When did this occur? I wasn't aware of that. Are you not paying attention to what's going on within the company? It becomes frustrating. It becomes a pain in my ass, because now I'm putting in all that time to book the show. I'm putting in all that time to run the show. Now I'm putting in all the time to answer questions about the show that you could have just watched yourself and paid attention to, which takes more time out of my day. And then because this game can be toxic, this game can be competitive, this game can be all things positive, all things negative, and then all things people crying bias, which is why we created the point system. I then have to put together the point system, update the website by putting the new rankings in play to justify certain things happening at certain times, so somebody can't say, oh, you're being unfair to me. That takes more time out of my day. And then I've already mentioned it. By reading what's going on the boards, guess what that means? I have to read it. Takes more time out of my day. And when I say my day, do understand that also includes Ed. He does to do the same thing for when he books a show. Now, the one thing I've asked everybody to do is, if you can't make the live shows, please tune in to the boards once a week. I can't tell you how many people have come to me and said that's unfair, that's wrong, it's not proper, it's ignorant that we're requesting so much out of people. If you feel that way, my honest words have always been, leave, quit, go to another company. It's fine, no harm, no foul, we're still good. If this isn't what works for you, it's not a big deal to me. What is a big deal to me is having so many people in the roster who don't give a shit. So as of right now, I don't give a shit. I'm, as of right now, on the verge of being done doing this shit. Okay, if you go look at the forums right now, I'm not sure what the exact total is, but I can tell you what the total was yesterday around dinner time. 21 accounts. 21 different accounts on the forums have not logged in for over a week. When we ask, real simple, please log in once a week. 21 separate accounts have not logged in for over a week. As of right here, right now, all 21 of those said accounts should be fired. They should be let go, and I should move on from them. The main reason why I'm not worried about it is because people don't seem to be worried about it. So I'm not going to consume myself with it so much right now. Some of you have multiple characters. If you can't handle multiple characters, for the love of God, get rid of some. It's just the way I look at it. You know, that's just the way I look at it. I'm trying to get on here now. I'm going to go to members right here, right now. I'm going to click this. Today is the 10th. That means anybody who has not logged on since the 3rd should be fired. Now, I'm not going to worry about Clarence Jones or Bruno Falcone because Clarence Jones is a manager. And Bruno Falcone is an account Ed's no longer using, but he's using it because some of the boards were created by that character. Then we got the Prince. Not sure who that was. He registered. Now, the following should be fired. KO King, Jose Ortiz, Jocelyn Havoc, Devin Broski, Austin Raiden, Lewis West, Dudes with Attitudes, Knut Magnuson, Eli Barksdale, Chris Omega. Yeah, and then like I said, we've got a couple other manager accounts in here, and I could have eliminated the Young Dragons by now, but that's a lot. Now the following have to log in before the end of the day, or they're fired, technically. Showtime Vernon Quinn, Alexander Quinn, Mike Massive, Butcher Bloodlust, Kitty Kong. Tomorrow, Keith James, Bruiser Who the day after that. Now those two haven't logged in because they're aware of what me and Ed have been talking about. Those are Ed's boys. You know, and also on the 6th, John Savage, Grizzly Weaver, Dutch McCoy, Douglas Treatfeather, which I have not logged in with. You guys know that's me. The Master Debaters, Meatball, Samoan Society, Powerhouse, Dark Secret. All these guys are on the 6th, which means they have less than 3 days. Less than 3 days. This is a lot of people on the roster. So here's what we're doing. And this is where I stand. As of right now, I'm done. But it's up to you to change it. That's why I put this is going to be a major video. To do or not, 'tis thy question. Everyone, this is going to be a video. It's going to be 10 to 15 minutes long. We're already 8.5 minutes in. If you've tuned into this video, I sure as hell hope you've listened to this point. I need to see replies to this video. Based off what I have on this roster and based on what I know who actually have YouTube accounts, because not everybody's got a YouTube account, that I know. Those people that don't have YouTube accounts, you are required to message me directly on the forums. You are required. It's not the you don't have to turn into the show if you can't, that's fine. This is you must message me on the forums if you don't have a YouTube channel. If you have a YouTube channel, you are responding to this video. And I need to see who's paying attention and who's not. If we decide to stay open, and that's being honest here, the only people who will be a part of the roster are the people who reply to this video on YouTube or have to message me on the boards because they don't have a YouTube. If you message me on the boards and you have a YouTube channel, it does not matter. I will ignore it because you didn't follow simple instructions. That's it. I'm done. Ed's done. The whole thing is done. We're tired of giving and trying and working hard and busting our ass and can't get simple things given back. And I know some of you do everything we ask and some, and for those we apologize to, which is why we're doing this. Because if we have to take our roster and bring it down to 15 guys, I'm willing to work with those 15 guys. That's all it takes. That's what I'll work with. But as of right now, I'm out of the game. Don't want nothing to do with it until I get enough people who prove to me it's worth staying. And that's it. Now to a positive note, I was looking to join a simulation football league because I was trying to find one. I found one that was closing. I, for the lack of a better term, purchased it, and over half its owners are staying. And I know I tried to do one before, and the only reason why it closed is I didn't have people wanting to be active in that either. That's why the UFC game didn't work. That's why the baseball game didn't work. It seems like no matter what we try to do on this channel, nobody cares. So why am I taking time out of my day and my life away from my wife and my kids, or my own personal relaxation on the couch, if you will, and watching who knows what, to give to people if they don't give a shit? Which is why I've closed these things. But I've got this league up and running. It's the Total Domination Football League. I just finished the website and the forums for it. We have Luis Sanchez Cross, he's got the Gunners. Frankie Lee, the Chicago Tigers. Javon Jackson, the Columbus Aviators. CJ Coates, San Antonio Dreadnoughts. Lady Faye, the Portland Lumberjacks. Doug Day, the London Bulldogs. Mark Braxton, the Salt Lake City Elks. Brad Pierce, the Memphis Steamers. Keiko Yamada, the Orlando Sentinels. And Jason Lemmy have the Aftershocks. I need to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more people to have a full roster go, if you will. So if anybody's interested in that, hit me up as soon as I go off the air at any time, and we will talk about it. Teams are first come, first serve, and you're not seeing what the teams look like. We're going to make it interesting. So I'm out of here. You guys know what to do. Message this video if you want UCW to stay open and your characters on the roster. If you don't have a YouTube account, message me on the forums. Do it the right way or it doesn't count. We'll see how many responses we get and if it's worth staying open. And we'll see just who pays attention and who doesn't. Because this video is exactly what it says it is. To do or not, 'tis thy question. We'll see who lies and who doesn't lie about, oh yeah, I pay attention. Alright, y'all, be safe. Later.